Hey, I'm going to show you how not to screw up your eggs and bacon when cooking on a stick stove or if you're camping in general. It's all being in control of the heat. You want to cook them gently and you'll see my bacon comes out perfect without curling and my eggs without breaking. So stay tuned. Hey, greetings from Texas. All right, we're out at the primitive camp today in between thunderstorms. It's been clear all morning, but it's supposed to thunderstorm again tonight. Reason I'm out here, it's breakfast time, and Jamie from Lower Michigan Hiking and Camping threw out a stick stove challenge. So the challenge, I'll have, the hashtag is in the title and it'll be in the description with a link to his channel, is to cook something on a stick stove and make your favorite beverage. So we're gonna do coffee. That's one of my favorite beverages. I'm using a LIXADA Titanium folding stove. I'm really happy with it. A lot of people say it's a pain to put together, but I don't seem to have any problem. Anyway, so we're gonna get our fire started. We're gonna do some of my homemade bacon and fried eggs. Now, cooking on a stick stove can be challenging because you're throwing smaller pieces of fuel on the fire, so you'll get an intense fire. It'll burn down and you have to keep feeding it. So what I like to do, I like to make larger pucks. If you see my other videos, right now stuff like this is wet and it's kind of smoldering here in my little chimenea. But to get a more controlled fire, I'm going to use some charcoal briquettes. So once we get the fire kind of going, we'll feed it some briquettes, and that'll give me a lower sustained heat instead of an intense flame. Okay, so I shaved up some fat wood, courtesy of Harshman Hills, and I'm going to use my homemade ferro rod. I do have a tumbleweed or a haystack in here because I have some wet wood and we need to kind of get that going. We'll start off with a few pieces of charcoal. One way you could find semi-dry wood after rain is something like this, a broken branch where you have these smaller twigs. And you can kind of hear it's still a little bit moist, but not as moist as stuff that's on the ground. So you can use these little things to help kind of get your fire going. Like that one, it doesn't snap. Okay, that snap tells you it's dry. All right, to make our coffee today, we're gonna use a Stanley cup setup here. I got this from my Battle Box subscription. I'm not really a big fan, but might as well use it. All right, so for coffee, we have some Kicking Horse coffee beans. I'm gonna put those in this bag. So let's get our beans ground up and we'll come back. Okay, we're done with our grind. Gonna throw it in there. I normally make cowboy coffee. This just helps we're just going to do a whole pot. Just helps you from getting grinds in your coffee. Okay, our coffee's making noise. All right, we're going to take it off and let it steep, and we're just going to set it there. Kind of maintain some warmth. All right, so let's get our charcoal in here so we can cook our eggs and bacon. Okay, our coals are a couple minutes from being ready, but we're gonna have some coffee while we wait. It's been steeping for about 10 minutes. Some nice dark coffee there. Okay, our charcoal is up to color. Let's go ahead and spread them out a little bit. Let's go ahead and preheat our pan. Okay, we got some heat coming off the pan, so let's do our homemade bacon. All right, time to flip the bacon. Now, if you're cooking bacon in under 10 minutes, you're doing it wrong. All right, you want to take your time. And I like to flip it several times, and that prevents it from curling. Of course, with my homemade bacon, I make it thick. And we're going to take a little bit of black pepper. Okay, time to flip the bacon again. And we're going to add 2 more pieces of charcoal. Okay, time to turn the bacon again. Okay, so some of our bacon is done. I have brown sugar on this stuff. It makes it tacky. And this will carry over cook inside. Okay, our last piece of bacon is done. And we'll keep it down here, keep it warm. Time for our egg. All right, so we got a little bit of black pepper. And we have some salt. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this and cook it from above. And we got the perfect amount of heat. Okay, our eggs are done. And because we went low and slow, they're not sticking to the bottom. Okay, so let's plate these dudes. Okay, folks, I wish you could try some of my bacon. Here we have our eggs. Going low and slow, controlling that heat. Came out of the pan by covering the top. We cooked it from the top so we didn't break our yolks. Got our coffee. All right, Jamie, here's my challenge submission. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you folks stopping by. Check out the link below to see what other people did. I know SD Mountain Man did one. Expeditionary Jonny made some crab cakes, but I don't know if that was for this challenge. Anyway, thanks for stopping by.